Hi, and welcome to another episode of the live Homage Web Series. Thank you for joining us in this session, and today we'll be talking to Dr. Desmond Chong from Agensi Kaunselling dan Pengurusan Kredit, or AKPK. Dr. Desmond Chong is currently the Senior Financial Trainer at AKPK and has over 30 years of experience. Today he's here to discuss the common types of financial scams, how to recognize fraud, and what you can do if you have been a victim of financial scam. So without further ado, let's hear from our anchor PC Gun and our very esteemed guest, Dr. Desmond Chong.
Hello, good morning, and really my honor to be able to be present here for today and share some of the experience that we encountered in the past and with the cases that we have reported with AKPK and those in the debt management program participants, so that we can share their live cases with all here. So feel free and join us here, and you have any question that you can let us know, then maybe we can just answer it with your request. Okay, thanks. Back to
Thank you.
Embassy.
Thank you, Doctor, for taking the time. Maybe jumping straight into the questions. So perhaps you can share with us what are the common types of financial scams that's out there?
Okay, I think I will go straight to the platform. What type of platform that we will be invited the scam? For example, it could be the handphone, the mobile phone, okay, with the text message, with the SMS message, and saying that it could be a summon, it could be anything that they try to go and try their luck. Secondly, it could be on maybe on the website. Okay, there might be some looking interesting scheme and so on and so forth. Thirdly, I think we are all aware of, sometimes your the friends, relative, or whoever you have not met for a long time suddenly come and approach you, have a investment scheme. I call it a scheme first, to call it a scam until we identify it. So they will come to you and saying that, oh, these are the things that I'm working on. I'll be helping others out from the financial troubles. That kind of a few things that currently, I won't call it old patterns, but it's going on for many, many years. And now here come another so-called new products. For example, like COVID-19 business, some business is doing good. So there might be people pushing you for some joint venture crowdfundings, or even to something that we are not so familiar with. For example, the cryptocurrencies, okay, using some platform, okay, we are totally not aware of, but yet they will come to you and say, and most importantly, they will say this, PC, you don't need to know anything, just trust me, put the money with me, then we can do it. Okay, so all these are the few simple and surrounding things that you're always hearing for daily basis. So these are the few good example that we talk about. Yeah.
Do they usually have already your financial background, or they do a check on you before they even target a certain individual?
It depends on what type of platform they're going for, like just now what I try to share. If let's say through the phone, through WhatsApp, through SMS call, normally this is by a chance. They will just give you a call. Okay, perhaps maybe I can share each platform with a mini case to you, so that you can have a better idea how does this scammer. Now I can identify that as scammer first. Okay, it may not all call, all platform are all scammer. No, I'm just saying that now I identify as a scammer. Like one of the incident that I just my personal case also. When I'm in the middle of doing something, I'm quite concentrate and focus on my work. Suddenly, I receive a call. Without realizing, I just pick up the call. I look at the number. How come it's a number that I'm not aware of? Then they start something like, "Hey, Desmond, sound like a very good friend. So, hey, you don't remember me? You cannot recognize my voice." I say, sometimes we feel guilty also, like when old friend call, we can't recognize. Oh, it's me. I try to think, who is me? Okay, then I just call it. Oh, Patrick, is it? Oh, yeah, yeah, I'm Patrick. Oh, I say, how come your number changed? Oh, he say, no, because I lost my phone. Can you please keep my number? Okay, then okay, I say, okay, fine, okay. So after 2 days, he give me a call. And the so-called Patrick called me again and said, Desmond, can you try to help me? Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of JV with people running a restaurant. Okay, now I wanted to give him some deposit, a short of cash in my bank. Can you please help me to bank in that money? okay. I say fine. Then you give me your bank account, okay? Because he's not trying to ask much of that. Trying to ask about 3,000, okay. So I also in the middle of meeting, I say, okay, you give me the bank account first. Let me finish my meeting. I call you back.
Mm, mm.
You know what a surprise to me, PC, when I got the bank account, it's an Indian name. The name of is an Indian. So when he called back and he asked me to bank in, I say, how come this is Indian name holders?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, no, that one is my partner. Then I feel something fishy now. So I go and call my Patrick, so the real Patrick number. Then I start asking him, okay, is it you change your phone? Is it you asking? And then I say, no, 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 I never do that. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know it's a story again. But this fella never give up. He still give me a call. So I have to
Wow.
decide to give him a lesson. Okay, I can pass you the money, but I give you cash. Is it okay?
Mm,
Okay, but I want you to. I say no lah, not only cash. No, I want to give you cash. Okay, but
mm,
see me
mm.
in AKPK. Okay, okay. So some people, some fella really
Mm.
deserve a lesson, you know. So
Yeah, yeah.
this is the things lah. I always highlight when you receive call. So sometimes worth to have a look.
Mm,
Don't
mm,
answer the unknown call. Don't
mm.
answer the certain. If you download the apps, now you already have a facility that they will give you a message and call it a spam call, a suspected call. Okay,
Mm.
I think
Mm.
you can learn from there, lah. Okay, please.
Yeah. But I think now with the whole pandemic, there are a lot of unemployment, so there are a lot of desperate times. So I think there will be more of these people who will try their luck. I think maybe jumping into seniors or the elderly, I also know that there are quite a lot of people who would target them. Is there any a case or examples that you can share with us? Like how do they target or what sort of scheme do they use for seniors?
Okay, in AKPK,
Mm,
we actually already received more than 1 million people who came and seek for the credit counselings. And out
mhm,
of the 300, 30%, okay, about 300 over 1,000 people already in our debt management program. So 10% of them saying that it related to investment, scam, and failure of investment. So from there, we identified, are they mostly senior?
mm,
Are they mostly people who are unaware of this scam? So maybe it's a good time for us to share with all now.
mm,
So sometimes why they targeted senior? Why they targeted senior? First of all, if I'm using just now the case that the other platform, it could be online platform. You know, senior nowadays they also like to go online, chat with the friends and so on and so forth. Then suddenly, they pop in a message. Okay, they say there is a quick investment. Okay, they ask for the smaller fund. You know, then you can just try to invest. Okay, that one is online. Okay, so
mm,
if the online, what I try to say, the minimum impact could be found from the online, but I think you'll be very much high impact when you get someone that you know. It could be it could be your relative, it could be your friends, and come and approach you directly.
mm,
These are the cases that we heard many times.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
At the end, they try to tell you that this is the scheme, investment scheme that can give you the high return.
mm,
Especially nowadays, they will used to give you a lot of example. You know, the inflation rate is high. The cost is high. The
mm.
money that you have may not enough for you paying for your daycare, paying for the medical costs.
Yeah,
They use
yeah.
all these kind of example. Then at
Mm,
the end, they will say, why not go for some of this investment? This one is
mm,
investment, okay? So
mm,
there are other type like, and I'm not sure whether you experience that. There are other type like they're asking you to put the money into some trust fund. Then they try to lock in your money and saying
mm,
that why they want to do that. They say if this trust fund you put the money in, they can help you to protect your wealth. They mean, sorry to use the terms, your children won't come to you and ask, daddy, mommy, yeah, it's the time to distribute your wealth and all this. If you put inside the trust, okay, Maybe they can lock it and block it. At the same time, they give you promise you some money and things like that. Okay, so all this you have to really, really be careful, especially those are the offshore. Offshore means outside Malaysia. Okay, there are no regulator regulate the events. Okay,
Mm,
okay. So all these be careful for senior, especially those the aliens word like trust, like investment, like crypto, like crowdfunding. All these you have to really pay attention when you are dealing something that you are not familiar with. Yeah, that's it.
mm, mm. Yeah, I think I remember receiving emails before saying that, oh, I'm from so and so this place, but I need help because my children or my funds is stuck somewhere, so I need you to transfer some money. I think that was many years ago where I received that sort of emails. Has it gotten more complicated, or is it still, it has always been the same because the tactic works anyway? Is there any new
Uh,
scams?
that
Mm,
one is by email. When
mm,
they
mm.
try to send you an email telling you that I have certain fund being locked and being blocked in
Yeah,
certain
yeah.
country. Okay, now I wish to find a third country, for example, Malaysia. Okay,
Mm,
to put the money in.
mm,
Okay, so the tactic is simple. Lah. Say okay, there is let's say lah, I use the big amount 10 million.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
so I would like to take it out. Then later I share 50% with you. Okay, so doing nothing, you get 50%. First of all, we must know lah. Okay, there are no such thing windfall lah. But anyway, if you listen through carefully, then slowly they will say, but there is a withholding tax. Okay, or there are
mm,
certain taxes that not much lah. Talking about 3%.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
10 million, 3% is 300,000. Okay, which you need to clear first. Okay, that kind of fishy things that is going on from I think last time till now also have it lah. Okay,
mm,
and of course targeted for the ladies. Uh, I don't know whether I think this happen quite often lah. Someone pretending I'm the pilot, I'm the professionals, and so on and so forth, targeted on ladies and saying that start love dating with you online. And after that, asking for I want to send you some gift. Okay. Then after that, the gift arrive in a custom, and
mm,
claiming that cannot be cleared. Okay,
mm,
why not you send that money to the account? Let me clear it. That kind of scam is happening every day, and sometimes it's on the newspaper. Even the ladies being told by airport custom it's not a real case, and police try to help her. She still believes that it's a real case. My boyfriend is waiting for me.
oh
Okay,
dear. Yeah.
so that one is a love scam, lah. By the way,
Mm,
of course. Other than that, is there any other classical investment scam?
mm,
Okay, that I can share with all. Maybe I just share another case of mine,
mm,
which I don't want to call the name because the case is still in the court.
mm,
Okay, but it's a gold investment. Okay, they promise you physical gold. Okay, you invest the money, you take the gold. Okay, I think you can still recall, or some of you.
yeah.
Okay, this is a friend of mine. Give me a call. They tell me about this friend. From the first place, I already know it's not that windfall kind of thing. But because of he is my friend, he's my friend. Okay, I want to help him. I want to
Mm,
help him.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
I say, you already invested in or you wanted to invest? I say, I wanted to invest. Okay, I say, fine. Why not you come and see me, okay, at KPK there, one of the restaurant. If you can also, you bring your supervisor, upline, or whatever you call,
mm,
bring him together. Okay,
mm,
because I want to show it and demonstrate in front of my friends.
mm,
Okay, so in front of my friend and the fella that agents try to do selling and telling me that this scheme, this investment scheme promise you about 20 over percent, and the gold market is going up now, it's sky high now, and some more you got approval from Bank Negara Malaysia. Right, that one I cannot tahan already. I say, sure. show me the letter.
Mm.
Okay, so
Mm.
coincidentally, or not coincidentally, I think he has the letter. He showed me the letter with the letterhead, Bank Negara, and so on and so forth. So when I do a reading, before I go and ask this agent further,
Yeah.
I ask him now, may I ask, before you join this gold investment business, what
Mm.
is your ex professions?
Mm.
Oh, I'm a teacher in the school. Oh, okay. Then I think you have no problem to do this reading, right? You read the letter properly one more time. What did the letter say?
Mm.
Okay. It's just a standard reply letter from the bank, from Bank Negara, and say there are no objections, blah blah blah, and all this. That doesn't mean approve. Okay. If you
Mm.
are not a layman, you are a layman, I can understand you, but you are the teacher. Okay. Someone
Mm.
tell me what is make you feel so confident. Okay. The the money, okay, or the goal can be appreciated so fast. Okay.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
So
I suppose, yeah, that there's no such thing as a what do you call it? Get rich quick scheme kind of thing,
you
right?
know what happened, PC? After
Uh-huh.
6 months, the company went down.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
And people protesting wanted to get back their money and all this.
Yeah.
So I give my friend a call. I say, I think you should buy me lunch. I just helping you to get out from this. No lah, Desmond, I cannot. I say, what happened? I just purposely call you here and demonstrate it for you and let you
Yeah.
understand. Okay? No lah, at the end, you know what happened? They give me the physical goal. Okay? So I thought, okay lah, with the goal. Okay, with the goal, then okay lah, okay lah. If you think with the goal, okay, then the company went down, you still
Mm.
have the goal.
Mm.
Okay, the
Mm.
most is lost a bit lah, for
Yeah.
sell it back to the goldsmith and all. You know what happened?
Uh-huh.
No lah. At the end, they offer me 1 month 20%. I give back the gold. My God. So this is a typical example. Sorry, with due respect to my this friend. Anyway, he don't know I'm talking about him. Okay, you are greedy. You are so much greedy. Okay, that is why you must kena. Okay,
Mm.
even though already show you, already demonstrate to you, yet you already have a goal, yet you want to pass it back. So
Mm.
the
Mm.
only answer to this is you are super greedy.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, that's one of the example.
So I guess in cases like this, there's no stopping, right? I mean, there's also like the self control. But if let's say if I want to prevent this from other people falling into the same trap, what can I do? Can I report?
Okay, there's a few things. First, I will helping you maybe throughout the next maybe couple of minutes here. Set up your line of defense.
Mm.
Okay, okay. Until you understand, you having your self understanding,
Mm.
awareness, then the chances of getting scammed is getting lesser. Okay,
Mm.
so how can I minimize or try to having my own defense line? Okay,
Mm.
then of course you cannot. Then later I will explain to you what can I do if I really cannot scam or I wanted to report. Then I will explain to you later. But first thing first, let's get the line of defense first. So the first line of defense, many things that we can do at the front liner as a front line. We can check whether the number has been registered. Is it a suspected call? Is it a fishy website? Is it these friends? Okay, never visited me for 10 years. Suddenly so care about PC. PC, are you okay or not? Are you doing fine? Okay. If people not contacted you for 10 years, suddenly they give you a call. Okay.
Mm.
Something lah. Okay. Of course, I don't undermine friendship lah, but uh, your first line of defense, you must be realized. Okay.
Mm.
People won't call you suddenly. They must have a purpose. Okay. So first thing first, have that line of defense. Okay, first line of defense. Then we come to second line of defense. Okay, then you must know about what is my cash flow positions, what is my financial position. Okay, until you're aware of what you are current positions, that I won't be simply make that finance decisions. If let's say my financial position not allow me to take out any money from my bank and pass it to something else, that you're aware of, that means this money is serious money. Okay, I can't lose it, I can't lose it. Yeah,
mm,
then your second line of defense very clear. This
mm,
money, serious money, I
mm,
cannot touch.
mm,
Okay, so you know about that, then only you play with the money that you got extra. Then you
mm,
cut down a lot of losses from there. If let's say you already have the second line of defense, the third line of defense, of course, you must go and find out. Let's say, okay, I feel this one is like a scammer. Okay, so like the question here, can I make a report or what? Before making a report, maybe you can just check with who, check with Bank Negara, Security Commissions, SSM, Suruhanjaya, Syarikat Malaysia, MCMC, KPTN, HEP. Okay, so all these should be able to give you some information. Whether this program, I wouldn't call it a scam yet, this program, is it being alert by the authority or regulator? Okay, then that is your third line of defense. Okay, after all, after all, if still feel it, I'm checking all, I'm still okay. I wanted to try. Okay, then perhaps you really have to identify this money or this amount of investment. Is it all your serious money that is for your what you call that, maybe for your medical, for whatever? Is it a secure money? Secure money maybe is for unfulfilled dream yet, maybe my children education not completed yet. Okay, this one I cannot touch. Okay, so I can only touch the third pot of money that is called play money. Okay, don't put too much on that, because you know that. Okay, this play money, high risk high gain. Okay, so perhaps if you really done all this, then you know why I always say this,
mm,
not on the scam, not on this today topic. When I
mm,
come into the investment topic, I
mm,
always say this,
mm,
the only money you can put in is the play money. Why? Because after I invest, I can sleep well. Yeah.
mm,
Otherwise, if you invest something, you cannot sleep well, because you're playing with your secure and the serious money.
mm,
So that one is for the investment part. Okay. For scammer, you have third line of defense. Then you know the last decision is still want to go in. Make sure that go in with only your play money, not all your money. Okay. Thanks,
yeah.
people.
It's almost like that play money is, if I lose it, it's also okay lah, because I have got my savings and everything else locked.
I don't dare to say that, PC. If I say that, people already scolded me. Hey, Heartburn, even play
True.
money is money. But I
Yeah.
know, but I already highlighted to you.
Mm, mm.
Okay, high risk, high
Risk.
gain.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you prepare to go in, you want to gain for higher return. There's a risk
Mm,
you need to take. If you can't take the risk, that is not your play money. That is your secure money. Yeah.
mm, mm, mm.
Okay.
Okay, I think we do have a few questions here, Doctor. So maybe let's address some of them. This is a funny one. I'm not even sure how to answer this, but Doctor, so there's a question here. Is there any way we can outsmart a scammer?
Definitely you can. Okay. Of course, I have to tell here lah. You really have the time, you want to outsmart them, you want to give them a lesson, do it. Okay, you have the time. Okay, or you have your intentions. Okay, to stop them or give them a lesson. Okay,
Mm,
when I answer you this question, I also can tell you another story, but let me answer this question first. Okay,
mm,
of
mm,
course, when people, you already know their intention, they try to ask money from you. Okay, you want to outsmart them, it's very simple. Okay, you try to get them like any bank account. Okay, how much money you want. Okay, do you have enough money, enough or not? I recommend you some more friends or whatever. You try to challenge them and see. So what is
Mm,
the reply from you?
mm,
Okay, because you know why, you know PCY and question here, you know why. Those people who are, let's say that this is confined to the phone call, they're
yeah.
reading from the script. Okay, actually they are giving a script. Okay,
Ah,
you want to outsmart them, you think outside the box.
right.
Okay, because when they're reading from the script, they're expecting you to answer, no lah, I don't have money lah. Then suddenly you say, hey, I got more money. Why you ask so little?
Yeah, yeah.
3,000. I got 300,000. I want to give it to you. Give me your bank account. Okay. Then suddenly, hey, where is the script? Where should I stop? Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
things like that, you know.
Mm,
That of course, you have time. You want to play smart. Up to you, lah. But I'm
yeah.
telling you another story of mine. This
Mm,
one I do it on another purpose. Also for everyone here to listen. Even though AKPK, there are also a lot of people claiming they are the third party. They represent AKPK to
mm,
give the services of AKPK, and they charge money between 10% or 6,000. Okay, so
mm,
I actually quite upset with all these people actions
mm,
because our AKPK services, first of all, is free of charge. It's helping people already in financial deep shit. It means it's already susah, and
yeah.
yet you want to charge them, and yet you want to, when people say you want to add salt on their, uh, this one is not good at all. So at one time I received a call. I received a call. Then they
Mm,
asked me, "Do you know who is AKPK?" I said, "I don't know." Explain.
mm,
Okay, explain. And at the end, do you know that actually I'm from AKPK? Okay. So I want to give this guy a kind of lesson. I say, make money, there are many ways.
mm,
Okay. So this is the money we shouldn't make.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We make money from the right way. He
Mm,
said, Desmond, you know how much we are getting as a cold caller?
mm.
Take a guess, PC, how much is getting for a monthly salary? Just call me.
Uh, 500 ringgit?
20 over thousand a month.
What?
So this already tell you that, okay, in what company can give you 20 over 30,000 if you are doing the right thing. To some, the 20 over 30,000 salary is CEO, CFO kind of position. Okay, so this one I want to highlight to all is because of
Mm,
it's happened to AKPK. If you have time, I can give you another case study if you wanted to. Is
mm,
I think some of people here, if you are the Chinese, maybe you can still recall. Yeah, you still remember a few years ago, there's one Chinese from China stating that give me 300 ringgit, you'll be the richest man in the world in the near future, if you can still recall.
mm, mm.
Okay, in Chinese term called 世界未来首富. So when I being interviewed on TV, being asked these questions, okay, do you know that suddenly there's one participant of that scheme give me a call. Then the host asked me, Desmond, you want to take in the call or not? I think they want to come and attack you and go against you. I
Mm,
said, I'm already in the TV on the live show. I'm okay. I'm doing nothing wrong. I'm just helping people.
mm,
Okay.
mm,
Let me listen to him also. What is his point here? What he wanted to share with all the viewer. Let the viewer do the judgment. Okay. Then
mm,
he put the call in. Hey Desmond, what's your problem? What you want your hoo here? Okay. You know that I joined this plan, 300 ringgit. You know how much I'm earning now? Okay. 30,000 a month, you know. You want to take calculation how much is your return? Okay. I say, Mister, congratulations to your investment.
mm.
Okay. But may I just ask one question only? Just one question. Answer me honestly. Okay. From 30,000 ringgit you are enjoying now, you think you will stop this program? Obviously no lah. Okay. Obviously no, right? So you know what you're going to do? You keep on scam, you keep on cons all your friends, all your family members to support your lifestyle or your financial status, so-called the 30,000 ringgit. That means more people will follow you and fall into the scam. Okay, then I just give a signal, tell the horse, I don't want to hear nonsense anymore, put down the phone. I continue my interview like this.
Mm,
Okay,
mm,
make money, there are many ways. Okay, but it's not okay making money this way. You know why? I explaining to all the viewers. Okay,
mm,
people who are invested with you, including your family members, it's not because they trust the company, they trusted you.
mm,
And you bring them to, let people say, you bring them to help, you bring them to this kind of position.
mm.
Okay, so this kind of money don't ever earn.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Well, there's this one question, and I think it's very important because I think on our platform we help a lot of seniors who are staying alone, and most of the time children not around, right? So how do we, I suppose, inform these seniors, which is a question here by Kim Jones, right? How can single seniors who are staying alone stay informed about all of these scam tactics? Anywhere they can read or get to know more about these things that's happening?
in fact, there are a lot of website there, especially from Bank Negara website, Security Commission website. They also publish a lot of the talking about the stories and talking about the references. If you have an interest on that, perhaps you can read some of the story, how the whole story start and why they ended up with this problem. Okay, so this one is confined to Malaysia. Let's say you wanted to know about from regulator. Okay, but of course, I agree with you. It's very boring. Like you're reading all the regulator story. Okay, if you wanted to read the exciting story, okay, maybe you can go for some of the there's certain they call it members zone and all this. You read about their investment scam story. They give you more. They tell you more on how their system run. Okay,
Mm,
and you think it's not enough. I don't want to just read alone. I want to really see face to face. Okay, then I will suggest you come here lah. You come here, then I tell you more story. Okay,
mm,
you want to ask this question because of I want to hear the real story, so I can see people face to face. I can really listen and instead of reading the books or whatever. Okay,
mm,
then if you go into any investment seminar, I am talking about those proper and big one. Okay, they will start to identify themselves why this investment scheme is worth investment.
mm,
Okay, then they'll explain to you what would be the prospectus and what is not the so-called real investment. Then we start explaining to you. If you like to be more technical, then you go there. Okay. You want to know about storytelling and all that, then you join a seminar like this. If you want to read from the regulators, there's a lot of victim stories. Go there.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. And of course, certain newspaper, okay,
Mm,
especially business newspaper, they also publish a lot. I don't know why lah. My experience is like suddenly when there is one case reported lah, every week, every day there's many reportings from the newspaper. Okay,
mm, mm,
so macam kisah benar lah. You read and read again lah. Okay, it's not difficult. So again, you just key in. Okay, I want to know about victim story. I want to know how we can get into scam. Okay, what is how they operate? What is the operations? If you'd like to read that, do that. Okay. Otherwise, stay tuned. Okay, I guess PC will have more events coming. Yep. Thanks.
mm. Okay. Let's go to the next question here. By Vivian. There are some apps regarding investment. Example, Versa. It's not regulated, right? So, what's your view on this kind of app?
Okay, we have to understand there are certain apps. Okay, Bank Negara or SC cannot regulate all the apps. Okay, that one is reality lah. You cannot regulate all the apps. Okay, but certain apps, they wanted to correct money from public. For example, correct money from public. Okay, either for saving or for investment. Okay, then you have to ask the same question: will we be regulated by these two parties, Bank Negara or SC? Okay, because as far as we concerned, only bank can, only bank, the licensed bank can correct money for saving. Okay, no others, others party can ask public to put saving into their company or what. Okay, first thing first, are they already regulated or not? From there, I doubt so. SC is the company, sorry, is a regulator who are giving the license for investment. So when they approve you with the license, that means that they have done the due diligence, they have do the compliance, and they did do so many things. So for this question, period, there are so many things you can check on the SC website, okay, or even though you can just send in to the request and ask, for example, Bank Negara is link LINK, SC is an investor alert, okay, ask them whether this one apps, okay, already regulated, already get regulations, okay. But normally, if people claim that they are regulated by SC and BM, via BNM, Bank Negara,
Yeah.
they will make a big logo there, approved by SC, okay. Then you know lah, okay. Obviously, they are running it through. But you have the doubt, I keep encourage you, go and check it out with SC. Okay, if they are not, do your part, report
Mm,
back to XC or Bank Negara.
mm,
Okay.
mm. Um, wow, this one by Siva Kumaran. What are some efforts that seniors can take after they have been scammed?
Of course lah, if you already kena scam, already being scammed, okay, from the experience, first thing come into their mind is, can I get back my money? Can I get back my money? Okay, first thing first, try lah, police stations, okay, Bank Negara, SC, okay, even though sometime we couldn't get back whatever you invested, at least we do not want the next fall into the victim. Okay, at least we
Mm,
do our part lah. If this delivery happened to me,
yeah,
okay, at least I done my part and I try to alert others.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. But the only thing I still want to highlight is try to set up your line of defense.
Mm,
Okay, try not to get yourself into being scammed. Okay, that's more important. Thanks.
mm, mm, mm. So I guess there's also the emotional side of, because once you've already lost so much money, then there's also the, I suppose maybe also depressed lah, because it's your hard earned money. Is there any does AKPK actually offer this kind of emotional support as well, or any centers that you know of?
You can come to our counseling services, but I have to tell you this: when people come into the counselings, of course we talk about their credit, talking about finance and all this, but we are at the very first place. We always take care of the emotion first. Why I saying that? No one want to be in trouble. Okay, so when they are in trouble, emotionally or their mental is quite unstable. Okay,
Yeah,
so we
yeah.
try to calm themselves first. Okay, we even have the cases that they're fighting, they are quarrel in front of us. Okay, just because of some financial problem they never discuss, and this is the first time they discuss this problem, but in front of a stranger, the counselor. Okay, so
Mm,
this is the thing that I need to highlight. When you come to the counseling, normally people will be start looking at your emotion. But if your issue is not a big one, okay. If let's say you already come into the big trouble, Okay, or anytime can be bankrupt, or anytime can be summoned by the bank. Okay, then don't take it lightly and quickly come to AKPK. We try to find you a solutions how to resolve your problem. And good news for all, especially those senior who are running their own business, and AKPK already extended the services to business loan. Okay, so when you have a business loan problem, come forward. The only way out to solve problem is speak it out. Speak it out. Okay, get solution, get recommendation. Don't keep it to yourself. Okay, what I really worry is sometimes mental disorder can create mental illness. Okay, don't keep it to yourself. Okay, there's always a solution. There's always a solution. Okay, don't be over upset about what happening now. Whatever happened. So what we want is find a solution and walk out from these situations. Okay, thanks, BC.
Wow, wow, very, very heavy topic for even for me. I think we need to be more self-aware of all these things that is happening around us, and especially during this time, pandemic. I mean, we got up from it already, but 2 years in, I think a lot of people lost their jobs. Financially, everyone is a bit tight, so I think we need to be a bit more alert now with our surrounding. So I think maybe, Doc, we're coming to the end of the session. Is there any other advice you would like to give to myself and the audience?
There is some takeaway for all the senior here, or not even to the senior, to all. Okay. First, how to identify that is a scam. Okay. So first thing first, they always ask you to make the decision now. Okay. They don't give you time to think. Do it now and pay now. Okay. They always have this. Be careful. They want you to make the decision, so you have no time to contact your children or whoever. They want it now. Second, they say opportunity is only offered at this at for you only. Okay. Third, they always ask you transfer money. Okay. Sometimes if let's say transfer money out to Malaysia, be careful. Okay, because you may not regulated here. Okay, be careful. And then the fourth one, of course, they don't have any products. They just want you to say you want to make money. Okay, so they start pushing you to become a member and want you to do recruitments. In the industry, they call it hunting, but it's not the recruitment hunting. They want you to get member. Then they start to draw you an interesting pyramid. Okay, they tell you you find 2%, then you got 4%, then you got 8%. There is a pyramid scheme. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that pyramid scheme for Malaysia is totally illegal. Illegal. Okay, you cannot do plan like that. Okay, of course the fifth one, they try to promote you someday. When you look at this, they say, for example, I don't know whether you heard about this. A long time ago, there is some perfume, if I'm not mistaken, 7,000, 8,000 ringgit. Okay, so in my heart, I always think that, okay, this one is like, uh, it could be few $100 or few $10 only. Now it's selling for 7,000. Okay, so overvalue of certain products, you also need to be careful. Okay, of course, the last tips for everyone: don't invest when you do not know 100% of what you invest. Stay away. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Doctor, for the time.
Okay.
I hope this session has been useful for everybody. It has been so insightful for me. Thank you again, Doctor, for the time. Okay, thank you and stay safe.